How's it going out there, American truckers? How y'all doing today? Hope everybody out there is doing great. Hope y'all are staying warm and out of the snow. Well, I always tell the good, always, but I'm going to tell the bad too. I'm an honest person. Um, I still think Crete is an awesome company. It's just certain things within the company just don't work for me. But I'm not going anywhere, and I love Crete. I just won't make the mistake of doing certain things, as I'm about to get into with you here in just a moment. They've been sending out messages that they needed help on these Wal-Mart fleets. I volunteered. I was due home, but I was like, all right, you know what? I'll go ahead and give you a week or two. And I volunteered for a Wal-Mart. Sent me up here to Cheyenne, Wyoming to help out in this Wal-Mart here, where I'm at now. Now, it's rare in trucking that I volunteer for anything, because I've never volunteered for anything in all my years out here and it not come back to bite me in the butt. Almost every time I've ever volunteered or gone out of my way, it's ended up hurting me. So over the years, I've learned, just don't volunteer. Don't. And normally, like the last time they tried to put me on a Wal-Mart fleet, a couple years ago, I battled it until they let me out of it. And that's exactly what I'll do from here on out, because of what I've gone through here at this Wal-Mart. Now, I've been here a little over a week. I think next Wednesday I'll be done. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish out my week, and I'm not gonna gripe. I'm not gonna go inside and raise no hell. None of that. But I am gonna be honest with everybody that follows my channel and those that see the video. I'm not gonna lie to you either. Now, granted, what I'm about to tell you, I'm also gonna put a disclaimer on. I've watched their in-house people that are assigned to Walmart, that work the Walmart fleet permanently. Now they're running regular and they're running normal. So if you're thinking about coming and you want to go to work for Crete on the Walmart fleet, you're going to run differently. So this kind of won't apply to you. Now, if you're an OTR driver, this might apply to you. All right, let's get into it. When I first got here, my first load was great. 800-mile run. Of course, you get paid going out and coming back. 400 out, 400 back. It's like, what, this might work. I might be able to make some money. I might be able to do about what I do OTR. All right, great. It went right after that. Right after that, it went to just total crap. I had another good load that was like 1,100 miles, but we stayed snowed in for 3 days. So I ended up losing it. And after we came back up from the snow, started running again. But anyway, let me get into it. I got empty last night about 1:30 in the morning. Okay? I've been sitting here at the terminal since about 1:30 in the morning last night. My next load picks up tonight at about 1 in the morning. So 24 hours is what I will have set. Now here comes the biggest part of that kicker, the worst part. It's a 200-mile run. It's not, or 199-mile run, whatever. It's 99 miles out, 99 miles back with 2 stops. 24 hours for 200 miles. The day before was I think I had to look at it, my mind went blank, about 210, 220 miles for the day before. The day before that was a little over 300. It was like 320, 330, something like that. Well, anybody who's been driving trucks long enough knows, you start adding up those numbers. That's 3 days. You're not even at 1,000 miles on 3 days. You know, normally OTR, you're at 1,000 miles in about a day and a half, 2 days tops. And that's why OTR drivers don't like to run these fleets. When we come in and help them on these fleets, we're extras. They're not taking into consideration, I was due home 2 weeks ago, and I volunteered for this. They're not taking that in consideration. They're going to take care of their people, and you're going to pick up the scraps. It's basically what I've gotten, just scraps. Their people are running the better loads, they're going to do the better deal. You know, and Crete gets upset. I know, because I've dealt with them before when they're trying to put me on the fleet, and I'm battling them on it. Crete gets upset, and well, I don't understand why you won't go there. You can make just as much money there as you can on OTR. No, you cannot. You can if you're running freight like they run, but if you're picking up the scraps, you're picking up the extras, no, you're not. You're nowhere near it. You're gonna make half. And Crete, if you're watching this video, man, that sucks. It sucks. And it sucks even more because now get this. Everyone knows I advocate for this company because I do love Crete. Crete's awesome. You know, there's certain things with any company that don't work for me, and I'm going through that right now. But I get approached, and people will approach me because they've watched my videos, which I wish more of y'all watching it would subscribe, because I get approached at least twice a day in a truck stop. And people will be like, hey man, well, let me see your paycheck. You said you'll show your paycheck. And I show them. Next week when I get paid and people ask me to see my paycheck, I don't lie. This is the paycheck they're going to see. And when it's $300 or $400, you know, I mean, it doesn't look so good. And I can try to explain it to them, but as you know, drivers don't, you know, it's just not going to look so good. But it is what it is. No good deed goes unpunished. Live and learn. Now, of course, I could probably go inside and I could probably pitch a gripe to the dispatch in there and get thrown, you know, and get thrown a little cookie, because for whatever reason, trucking works like that. I'm not that type of person. I take it as a lesson. I say, okay, lesson learned. I don't do that no more. You know, and they'll never get me on another Walmart fleet again because of this. My truck will break down. It'll go in the shop. I won't feel good. Emergency at home. Tooth falling out. Constipated, ain't pooped in 3 days. I'll come up with whatever excuse I got to come up with. They'll never get me on another Walmart fleet again because of this. I'll stay OTR and mind my own. Now, this goes back a couple, you know, the last time I did a favor, you know, I'm saying no good deed goes unpunished. I'm about to prove my point. Like 2-3 years ago, I was coming out of Indiana. I had a load to Texas. Company called me and said, hey, we need you to repower a load that's not going to make it. But it only had like 14 miles left on it. Like, whatever. I give him my load and I take it. I did it. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, okay, dispatch sees I just did a favor for them. Maybe they will help me out and give me a better load on the backside, since I just lost some miles on the load that I just gave them. Because that's the way my mind works. Because that's how I would do it if I was in their position. Well, let me tell you how that turned out. I did the repower. I ran the 14 miles. I delivered the load. My next load went to Washington, D.C. It was like 400 miles, 500 miles. I was like, oh yeah, you're really making me, I'm already regretting having done what I just did. Gets worse. I get to Washington, D.C. I can't deliver for 2 days because they lied about the appointment time. And there was no appointment on the load. So I sit in South Washington, D.C. on the side of the road out in front of the place I delivered to for 2 days. I'm hot. Let me take it a step further. My next load after that was 300 miles going into PA. That's the last time I did a favor. And I said then that I would never do a favor again. If it didn't benefit me, I wasn't doing it. Well, I broke my own rule. And I did a favor, kind of stepped out there. And of course, I'm regretting it. You know, I had I had told them, hey, I don't mind going to help out, but I run days. I don't run a lot of nights. And I really don't. I'm more of a day driver. I can sleep all day long. 4 o'clock in the morning, I want to go to bed. I'm a human being. I'm not nocturnal. I'm not a snake. You know, daytime, I'm up running. I cannot sleep during the day. I will get up 4 or 5 times. A little bit of light coming through the curtains aggravates me. My phone's real active. As some of y'all know, I got a foundation back home, South Texas Recovery, helping drug addicts and gangbangers and different things like that. My phone's going off a lot more during the day. A lot of things going on. So I don't run nights a lot. I told my asset manager this. She said, oh no, you can run days. It ain't gonna be a problem. Okay. When I checked in here, I told them that. I said, hey, look, no problem. I'll run refrigerated or dry. I don't care. I got experience in both. All I ask is that you don't run me on nights, please. I don't mind running into the night or starting early, but don't run me overnight, please. No problem. After the first day, every single load I've had has been an overnight run. Every one of them. Every single one of them. You know, I got a headache now because, you know, and if you look at my eyes, I've probably got bags. I don't sleep well during the day. I just don't. You know, if I ran nights all the time, I could probably allocate to it, but I don't have an urge to, and I don't want to. I like running days, and I sleep at night. So anyway, that's how my time's going here on this Wal-Mart fleet. Being an OTR driver, coming over here to help out and catching the scraps sucks. There's nothing about it that I like. I regretted it from day number 2. I'm not saying it'll be like that for everybody. It just seems to be my luck. Whenever I volunteer for something, that's just the way it happens. You know, it's been that way for whatever reason. You know, as I tell people, no good deed goes unpunished, and just like normal, no good deeds going unpunished. But everybody out there knows, man, I put a lot of good content out about Crete. I tell the truth. I'm honest. I'm gonna tell you the truth, good or bad, about Crete. You know, but, and like I'm saying, it doesn't necessarily mean that if you come to the Wal-Mart fleet, you're gonna be, you know, that. If you're on their fleet, then people inside will know you. Now, obviously, they're gonna take care of you better. You know, but being an OTR driver, they don't really care. You know, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. You know, you're just going to catch the extras. That's it. And that's basically the way it's been. And that's fine. But they'll only get me once. In the famous words of old Bush, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, or fool me again. Anyway. Y'all take care, stay safe, stay dry, stay warm, hit old Snapper up. You'll see me out there, hit me up on the radio. Really enjoy some of the comments. I really enjoy some of the emails I get, especially the private messages and stuff. But y'all take care, and we'll see you on the flip side. Stay trucking.